Hey everybody, it's Jim here, and today we're going to be talking about Fender Mustangs. If you follow this channel, you would know there is not a guitar I've had more of in than the Fender Mustang. I absolutely love them. I think the Japanese versions are just lovely, lovely instruments and great value compared to what's on offer here. And in American terms, they haven't really put the Mustang into the correct kind of spec production since, the 70s. So we did have the American Special, which came out, I believe, 2010-ish. 2 humbuckers, 2 pneumatic bridge, stop tail. Not ideal for a purist. Then now we have the Performer that's available. 3-way toggle switch, removes the 2 little sliders, satin finish. A lot closer and gets in the ballpark, but we've never had an American vintage 65, 69, or 73, the 3 most popular models of the Fender Mustang made by the United States shop. And recently I picked up the Custom Shop Jaguar, and it got me to thinking, what about the Mustangs? I never really see anything from the Custom Shop in regards to that model. After some research, I found out in 2012 there was a gigantic Japanese artist named Char. Now this guy, if you've never heard of him, he's a fantastic player. He's had multiple sessions you can find on YouTube. I'm going to link some of them down below. He's played with the likes of Marty Friedman, Paul Gilbert, and it's all kind of just free form, just jams that go on forever. It's just really, really cool stuff, and to see the meshing of styles. But the point is, in 2012, he worked with Fender to create the first Custom Shop Mustangs. One was called the Pink Cloud, which was pink, and then the Free Spirits, which was a different shade of green. I'm not exactly sure of the color code. Now, they were pretty expensive. I think they were $4,000 and $5,000 a piece, so not very many people bought into those, especially in America, with Char not being the most well-known person. You didn't see him very often. However, the next year at NAMM in 2013, they came out with a whole wall of Fender Mustangs. Now, these were all journeyman relics, meaning they were really lightly aged. The hardware was aged as well. They all had white pickup covers. None of them had a matching headstock. The rumor is 4 of each color were made and put into production, and that's pretty much it. Other than that, I've never really seen Fender Custom Shops from Mustangs until Artisan Guitars, another shop, made a special run of competition ones in 2020. A few different kind of takes on that too, very limited again. I think they were $4,800. So that leads me to today and today's guitar. I was doing my normal scrolling of used instruments, and I saw this guitar pop up, a 2020 Fender Mustang. So without further ado, let's have a look at it. Okay, this is a 1967 new old stock rosewood ocean turquoise Fender Mustang made of alder, 9.5 inch radius, round lamb. Oh man, this is something else, you guys. It's not very often I see these guitars, and I really mean that when I say it. When you go to Reverb right now, oh, it still even has the plastic on the pickguard. There's no checking, no fake relicking from the factory. This is absolute perfection. This is how I wish the Fender Custom Shop made all of their guitars, if I'm just being honest, because when I was growing up, this was what you were looking at when you're looking at a custom shop. You're looking at really, really gorgeous finishes, obviously the correct paint with the nitrocellulose, not beat up. This thing is mint. And I don't know, just for me, somebody that likes, if I was going to be spending this much money, I don't even know how much this cost new. I didn't even know they made it. I would want it to come this mint. That's just me. And just for the sake of documentation, looking at the back here, not a whole lot to see because it is flawless. Not a single finish check, not a single divot, not a single crack. Oh, I could cry, you guys. You have no idea. Guys, I don't have a whole lot left to say. I'm blown away by this guitar, and I love Fender Mustangs, so this is going to be quite the treat. Now, let's hear what it sounds like. This particular instrument is astonishing. This is by far the best Fender Mustang that I've ever played. Now, in regards to the sound samples that we just did, I didn't do every pickup selection. I didn't do short little clips like I normally do when I do this. For whatever reason, I just wanted to kind of play this guitar. Like, if I didn't have the camera on, what would come out? And so what you just watched was exactly that. The tension on this, granted, you can always adjust the tension on a Mustang, like I've said before in the past, by raising or lowering the cigar tube. That's going to have an impact on the string tension itself. This guitar, after dialing it in, I think the best way to describe it is it's tender. It responds so well, but it feels so loose. You have to be really careful when you're playing this guitar, and small little mistakes as far as how you hold the string or little bends and things like that. Every little nuance of your playing is going to come through on an instrument that's like this. And for me, I love it. The Mustang and the Jaguar are by far my two favorite offsets. But with that being said, despite the fact that they're both 24-inch scale-length guitar, they play extremely different. I get a completely different vibe, even though the neck shape is very similar to that of the Journeyman Relic Jaguar. Just the way that the tension is, the way the guitar sits, it feels like a completely different kind of instrument, and I think it sounds a lot different as well. So in an effort to find a little bit more information in the catalog that this thing came with, I decided to try and look it up. When I go to the offset models though, what do I have? A Jazzmaster, a Jaguar, and a Bass 6. No sight of the Mustang, so apparently they really didn't make many of these. And part of me understands why Fender might not be rushing out to make custom shops of the Mustang in particular, and that might have to do with the previous valuation in the used market of the real vintage ones. You used to be able to get one of those in mint condition for $2,000 or less all day, so the appeal to getting a modern one for over double the price from Fender directly, I could see where that wouldn't exactly go over with a lot of players. But that being said, the market is changing. The prices of all vintage guitars seem to be just constantly flying up, even more so than in normal times, and that reflects in all of the offset guitars. But I think it would be something to consider if I worked at Fender and I was designing guitars at Fender. Maybe I would include this as one of the base models here on going forward with the future for the custom shop. Now, for those of you familiar with the channel, you would know I do buy and sell guitars. However, I'm not going to list this guitar for sale. I'm open to selling it, and I would make some money selling it right now as it is because I'm the only one that has one. But I'm going to wait. The right buyer, you can contact me and we can work it out from there. But I just wanted to share this very rare and uncommon guitar that I didn't know existed until about a week and a half ago when I placed the order. So I'd like to thank all of you for watching this video. Special shout out to my patrons, and also to anybody who's leaving comments, likes, subscribing. No matter what, everything you do does help support this channel. I really mean that, and I appreciate that as well. So leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Don't worry, we're going to be seeing more of this, and I plan to be doing a full comparison of this versus the Custom Shop Jaguar, as well as when I get my orange Mustang back, the Japanese MG73, really giving it through its paces against that guy. That should be interesting. However, that's where I'm going to leave you guys today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are. Take it easy, everybody.